Hello again, this is Thomas Darwood. I'm making this impromptu talk on Saturday the 19th of November 2016 and I'm addressing Eric Payne, the councillor for Alcester Town. I'd like to begin with my second hymn from Songs of Faith, O come with gladness and with song, after all people that on earth do dwell, by William Keith. Oh, come with gladness and with song. Rejoice, ye lands, with kindred voice. Awake and bid your hearts employ. The Lord forth tell his praise, rejoice. O Lord, in whom our praise doth rejoice, O bid our hearts to employ thy voice, thy words, thy goodness, that we may with gladness and song ever forth tell thy holy name. Amen. Good afternoon, Mr. Payne. Forgive me if I become emotional. It's very difficult for me to speak about this. But I hope something will speak to you and you to your constituents to whom you hold a responsibility. And I do not approach you as Eric Payne, but as the councillor for the district of Alcester Town. My second talk still relates to picture number 1 in storyline. And I want to put you in the picture that the tragedy which occurred in early 1960s, Britain was a very different place to what it is now. In that era, Britain still held a close affinity with all its traditions as personified in the Victorian era of deference and of duty. Two of the most significant characteristics of the British people. And that is an era I would like us as a nation to get back to. A sense of duty and a sense of deference, not based upon the class system, but based purely upon respect for each other as human beings. Simple as that. But I'd like to consolidate on something which I said earlier to Susan Adams, the councillor for Alcester and Rural. Her Majesty, I said, is at the very heart of everything that I do. She's the pinnacle of what I bring before you as a councillor, and you are a minister of the Crown, as is Susan Adams. And I speak to you, sir, as if I'm speaking to the monarch, because that is the truth of the matter, isn't it? You are a minister of the Crown. Down the line of succession, we've got to be careful here. Then you get to Parliament, become a Prime Minister. That's the top dog, not the Queen. We don't have an appointed monarchy yet. What I'd like to stress to you is something regarding the difference that a dual salvation is going to make for humanity. And I'll come to one example now, if I may. I'm actually staying in some nice humble digs 10 minutes walk from where Shakespeare's birthplace was. And there's a very nice chap there And he says, oh, you want to stay for 4 weeks? Well, I said, yeah, I'd like to, so any cheaper. And he said, I'll come back and speak to my partner. Now, I didn't know whether his partner was a lady or a gentleman, so I had to be very, very careful. And I didn't know what his partner was. I'm not going to put my foot in it. But it doesn't really matter, as you will see. Fortuitously, I had something wrong with my computer and I needed some help. I'm a donut when it comes to technicalities on the computer, and he had to get his partner, so I thought, oh crikey, I'm going to get to know his partner now. Not in a biblical sense. Crikey. And in he came, a chap, nice chap, so there immediately I knew that he was gay. And this is the difference, that what I said to Miss Susan Adams is the difference that this 90% of the Christian message is going to make for people like the gentleman to whom I rent a place. I won't obviously give his identity away. In that deferential era which I spoke earlier, we know that such a relationship was abhorred, ridiculed, and broke the law. But it was based upon biblical teaching. The square root of that kind of attitude was entirely because the Christian church only concentrated on one part of that dual salvation, which was on the Lord Jesus Christ. And I specified the difference, that we should now see that is not meant as a personal sin, but because our evolutionary nature, we cannot be responsible for coming into this world, whether we come in as a black person, a yellow person, a green person, a white person, a red person, a gay person, a deformed, disabled person. Do you realise that the previous teaching would have said to this last person, to their parents, your sin was responsible for this, your child coming into this world without an arm and a leg? But the church didn't have the guts to say that, but that's what they believed. What I'm saying, Mr. Payne, is that the pain that these people suffered was not their fault. It was the fault of the Almighty that created us through the evolutionary system. And he said to himself, my God, I'm responsible for this. I've put humanity through the evolutionary system as prescribed by Charles Darwin, so I've got to deal with it through that system, through real life. So I'm going to touch the mind of humanity and quicken his understanding with this gift of comprehension. And it came through art and science. And that was the dual form of salvation which brought us such things as the national health, to help these people overcome their terrible, terrible injury, which was not their fault. And so the compassion through the Lord Jesus Christ is transfigured through art and science, through pragmatism. Mr. Payne, I do hope you will benefit from that understanding, and hope you will entrust to your constituency to debate what I've just said in the light of this short talk, and you will be responsible for collating their response. This I thank you in anticipation of your involvement.